Stress kills people. I remember advertisements that said stress kills. And I knew that. And I know that stress causes tremendous disease, dis-ease, and that we, especially as adults, need to do what is in our power. And I say what is in our power because I know that there are external events that happen around us, but even our attitude about how we handle those external events have a lot to do with how we get through those events, and how we respond in our life in general has a lot to do with how we see the world. My father had a heart attack this week, and fortunately he is recovering. And when they were rolling him out of the surgical room to take him back to his private room, he started dictating to his wife some things in the business that needed to be done in his absence. And she suddenly realized that he was dictating business. He had just had a heart attack. And how ridiculous it was, and I'm so glad that she saw it, how ridiculous it was that he was thinking about work when he was facing the possibility of death. And they both, or she more than he, started to laugh, and she said, "You have to stop this. This is precisely one of the reasons why you had a heart attack. Because you take on too much, and it is ridiculous at your age to be having such a huge amount of activity that it leaves you stressed and worried. And let's talk about what we can do to get some of the stress out of your life." So when she told me that, it gave me more food for thought, that we have to think about doing things differently. So it's very rare that anybody tells us how to reduce stress when we go from adolescents to adults. We learn that stress is bad for us, but how do we reduce it in our lives when our life seems so stressful? I was thinking about how so much technology has been invented so that we can do everything more quickly. Microwaves and cars and computers and the like, which is supposed to give us more time in our day. But we all become addicts and slaves to these machines and technologies, and no one seems the better for it. We don't have more time, and we don't use our time wisely. And I'm speaking for the vast majority of us, not those that have gotten a handle on it. So our technology has helped us to speed things up, and yet we are not more relaxed, not in any imagination. And so I've been thinking about what I can do in my life to change my responses, and what I can do in my life to change my attitude, and what I can do in my life to reduce the stress. And I have a very packed life filled with all kinds of goodies, people and situations and places and things that come and hit us from the outside, and internal things that I get in the way of good health, happiness, and create stress for me. So this entire week has been a tremendous learning experience. And having had this week, I see things in the shadow of stress. And when my patients come in, I'm paying particular attention to the level of stress that they carry and how they deal with it, or don't deal with it. Well, I guess they do deal with it, and some of them deal with it by not dealing with it, because that is a way as well.